What's up? It's Ben from WOD and today I'm going to talk about one of the hardest workouts that you can do, and that's Chad. Chad is a CrossFit hero workout, and it's becoming one of the most popular hero workouts of all time, and for a good reason. That's because this workout will push you mentally farther than you might have ever pushed yourself mentally before. Before we dig in to the strategies and special step-ups tips that I'm going to give you, which will make your score better and you more efficient at step-ups, we need to talk about who this workout's for and why we're doing it. And I want to make sure that I don't mess anything up. So I'm actually pulling up the website chad1000x.com, and that's where the official foundation for this nonprofit has all the information for the workout. So I'll make sure to link that below, or you can go just type in chad1000x.com. So Chad is in honor of Navy SEAL Chad Wilkinson, who took his own life on October 29th of 2018 due to the effects of numerous deployments, several TBIs, blast wave injuries, and PTSD. The goal for this workout is to honor Chad's life and legacy and to raise awareness for suicide prevention. As someone who's personally lost family members due to suicide and have potentially almost lost others, I can tell you that this workout is so meaningful to me, and I'm sure it's meaningful to you because it's hard to find anyone who hasn't been touched by the horrific effects of suicide. Chad is a workout that is 1,000 step-ups 4 times, and the RX, or Elite Division, is you do it as an individual wearing a 45-pound ruck, basically a backpack that weighs 45 pounds, so with weight in it. For most people, this is taking over an hour, most people, and it's going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done. But here on the website, they also talk about a few different versions, so I'm going to talk about those and dig into a few details before I actually get to the tips and the tricks that you know WOD Prep for. Normally, Chad is performed on Veterans Day. So it's a Veterans Day. Veterans Day honors all those who served, but Chad served his country and unfortunately died away from the battlefield due to suicide. So this is a great workout to do to honor all veterans and especially raise awareness for suicide prevention. And I know thousands of CrossFit gyms and non-CrossFit gyms will be doing Chad in or around Veterans Day, which is November 11th here in the US. So there's a few different options that they suggest here on the website. You can do Chad as a team, so that means like a group of people. You can do it as a partner workout, so you and one other person, or you can do it as an individual. And then there's kind of 3 different divisions that they've created. So one is the beginner division, and that's no rucksack, so no weight, just body weight. And you can choose any height for your step up. So that means you could step up on a plate if you wanted to. You could step up on some small platform, or you can step on a full box. That's fine. The other division is the intermediate division, and that's 30 pounds for men, 20 pounds for females, and you can pick the height of your step-ups. So you can step up to, again, any height that you want. And then the expert division, or the RX division, or whatever you want to call it, it really doesn't matter what the label is. The original workout that was written for CrossFit.com is wearing a 45-pound rucksack, so 45 pounds on your back, and a 20-inch box. So that's what we have set up here, is a 20-inch box. One thing I really want to note here, this is Chad's wife. Even while serving as a SEAL, Chad took time to scale up to the expert version. There is zero shame in starting with a slick or with a standard weight, or in sharing the reps with a friend. So that's Chad's wife, who is spearheading a lot of the awareness around the Chad 1000X workout, and I'm sure is involved in the nonprofit, or maybe even founded the nonprofit. And she's saying that even Chad used to do this workout. That's why this is so special. Even Chad, while serving as a Navy SEAL, which is the elite of the elite special forces, he still had to modify this workout and build up to where he could do it as RX. So keep that in mind if you're someone that's trying to bring their ego into this and say, I'm going to do this RX because blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Literally no one cares. What matters is that you're doing it for the right reasons and you're honoring those who have served and especially raising awareness for suicide prevention. With that being said, that is Chad, and I really want you to take the time to go to the website to learn more, to do a little bit of research about all the amazing things that this foundation is doing and how it's raising money to prevent veteran suicide, which is a huge problem. So with that being said, let's talk about a few WOD Prep isms. So regardless of which division you're doing this workout, pretty much the only thing you need to worry about in terms of getting a good score or being efficient is how efficient are your step-ups? I know, shocker. Having practiced a decent amount of step-ups for CrossFit Opens in the past, there is one specific tip that I wanted to share in this video that I think is going to help you get better at step-ups, and once you get into the rhythm, it's quite easy. So first I'll start with maybe the harder way. Most people, when they do step-ups, they just obviously step up onto the box. The goal is we need to reach full hip and knee extension at the top, and then you step down. That's it. There's no rule for alternating or anything like that. So most people, they're just going to step up on the box, stand up, and then maybe they'll step back down. If you just go willy-nilly and do your step-ups however you want, you're probably going to favor one leg over the other. You're probably going to take a lot of extra steps. You're going to waste a lot of energy doing inefficient step-ups. So the way that I do my step-ups and the way that I suggest that you do your step-ups is there's kind of like a dance. There's a rhythm to it. Here's what it looks like, is when I step up with my right foot, my left leg trails, and then the goal is to alternate so that you're getting an even amount of work on each leg, and that's going to help you stay fresh. So I trailed with my left foot. As soon as my left foot gets to the top and I get to the lockout, now I'm going to step down with my right foot, and then that allows us to simply touch and go, and now I've stepped up with the opposite leg. So right leg trails, now my left leg goes down, touch, go. So if you do this, if you get in the habit of basically whichever leg you step up onto the top with, that now becomes your plant foot. You switch, step down. That allows you to touch and go out of the bottom every single time. And that touch and go really speeds up the amount of step-ups that we can do in a given period of time. So rather than stepping up and then just kind of stepping down, and then a lot of people will change their feet at the bottom. So we're wasting a lot of time at the bottom, or maybe wasting a lot of time at the top. If you practice before this workout, just get into the rhythm of whichever leg comes up second, that's the leg that you plant, step down with the other leg, touch, go. Plant, step down, touch, go. And if you get into that rhythm, you're going to be doing alternating touch and go step-ups easily without even thinking. So is it going to make 1,000 of them easy? No, it's not. But it's going to get you into a rhythm where you're going to be keeping your legs balanced. You're going to be making sure you're doing equal amounts of work on each leg, and you're not going to waste any time at the bottom. Because that's where I see a lot of people wasting a ton of time, is they get down, they try to figure out, oh man, which leg did I step up with? Am I even alternating? And they lose track of where they are, and they waste a lot of time. So again, the simple thing, all you need to remember is whichever leg is trailing, you plant weight on that foot once it gets to the top, and then you step down with that opposite leg, and then always at the bottom, we just touch and go. Here, plant, step down, touch, go. Plant, step down, touch, go. And what that's going to do is that's going to make sure you're alternating with each rep, which will keep your legs balanced, and it touch and goes out of the bottom, which is the quickest possible way to do step-ups. And regardless of which division you're doing it in, regardless of what version or how much weight you have on your back, this is a very efficient way to chip away at those step-ups, at those 1,000 step-ups, or maybe you even scale down the number. That's fine too. But I encourage you, do 1,000. Just either do it as a team or with a partner or individually, scaled to your ability levels. And please remember why you're doing this. This isn't to earn some RX badge. It's not to beat your friends. It's not to say, look at me, I'm a great exerciser. This is to put yourself in a deep, dark mental place and push through and grind through it and get the reps done to honor those who have served and those who unfortunately have served and have taken their own life. Frankly, for anyone who's passed away from suicide, because regardless of where you come from, what you've been through, it's very easy to get stuck into a mental place where you feel like living is not worth it. And if that's you or someone you know, please check out the top comment below, check out the description. There are resources available. Even if you feel like there is no one that you can talk to or you're afraid to talk to someone, please, if you're having bad thoughts, if you're having suicidal thoughts, or you know someone who might be, talk to someone. Being silent, keeping it inside, is probably the worst thing that you can do. So make sure you talk to someone. Use the free resources that are available, I'm sure, in pretty much every country. There's probably a global hotline that you can call. We're going to make sure that we have details below for websites you can visit, numbers that you can call to get free counseling to help you work through those things. And if anything, if you're going through anything like that in your life, just tell someone. That is the first and most important step that you need to take, is to talk to someone else. Don't keep all those feelings inside. And with that, folks, that is the Chad Hero workout video. Please share this with someone. Obviously, there's some good box step-up tidbits in here, but for anyone you know or any gym that's running Chad, help them understand why they're doing it, who it's for, and how you can help and donate and raise money and awareness for suicide prevention in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.